We tend to think that compliments are always a good thing, kind, gracious, the currency of charming people everywhere. But the truth is, some compliments don't elevate, they expose. Not the other person, but you. A single flattering phrase, uttered with the wrong energy, can quietly undo what your posture, wardrobe, and manners spent years building. It's a strange twist of social alchemy. The same words that make someone feel admired can also make you seem insecure, needy, or even low status. I wish someone had warned me earlier. So let's talk about the compliments that sound sweet, but signal something sour. Compliment 1. You look amazing. Did you lose weight? This one haunts me, because I've said it before, thinking I was being kind, maybe even empowering. But now, every time I hear someone say it, usually with wide eyes and a tilted head, I have to resist the urge to slide them a discreet etiquette card. Let's break it down. You look amazing. Lovely. But the reason you think they look amazing is because they've shrunk? It's a compliment wrapped in a cultural bias, tied up with a bow of thinly veiled body judgment. And the worst part? You never know the backstory. Maybe she's lost 10 pounds because she's just survived a breakup, or a grief period, or gastritis. We never know. Do you still want to congratulate that? High-status women, elegant women, do not assign moral value to body size. They know that weight is not a compliment. It's a data point. And unless you're their doctor or their tailor, you don't need to mention it. Because here's the thing. Every time we tie a compliment to thinness, we reinforce the idea that shrinking is winning, that disappearing is desirable, that smaller is somehow better. So instead of, you look amazing, did you lose weight? Try. Whatever you're doing, you're glowing. Truly. See? No weight, no weirdness, just grace. Compliment 2. You're so lucky. Oh, darling. No, you didn't mean to sound patronizing, but you did. Whether someone just bought a beautiful home or married a wonderful partner, calling it luck quietly strips away their effort, choices, and standards. Imagine telling Amal Clooney she's lucky to have George. Please. The woman's a barrister for the UN, calling someone lucky, especially when they've just achieved something impressive, enviable, or clearly hard-won. It's not a compliment. It's a deflection. It suggests their success wasn't earned. It just happened to them, like it fell from the heavens while they were casually sipping their oat milk latte and checking their emails. When in reality, it was years of quiet discipline, hard choices, maybe even a few tearful nights and strategic boundaries. Saying someone's lucky in their career? It glosses over the rejection emails, the 11 p.m. edits, the LinkedIn deep dives, the self-doubt quietly managed under a cashmere turtleneck. Of course, we can be grateful for good timing, good health, good genes. I'm not saying luck doesn't exist, but when you use it as the headline for someone else's success story, it makes you sound like you don't understand how stories work. High-status people know that behind every beautiful life is an unphotographed grind. So what to say instead? You've created something really special here. Or simply, you deserve this. You're not just complimenting the result. You're acknowledging the character it took to get there. And trust me, that never goes unnoticed. Compliment 3. You're prettier in real life. This one deserves a moment of silence, because it's meant to be kind, but all it does is expose the complimenter as someone who, A, Googled you, B, judged your online appearance, and C, forgot how to filter their thoughts. The higher your social intelligence, the less you comment on looks in a comparative way. Especially now, when everyone lives in some awkward mix of online avatars and real-life texture. The moment you say, prettier in real life, you've also said, I came here with low expectations. Elegant people don't insult by accident. They're too aware, too attuned, and too gracious to compare someone to their least flattering image, even if it's meant as praise. Compliment 4. You're so brave. I could never wear that. What this really means is, I think that outfit is a little much, but I'm pretending to admire it. It's the classic compliment disguised as critique, very common in female friendships, even more common at weddings. Here's the rule. If your compliment includes the words, I could never, delete it. That's not praise. That's projection. You're making it about your limits, your insecurities, your imaginary dress code. High-status women don't project their limits onto others. They celebrate bold choices without making it about themselves. Try. That color was made for you. Or you wear it like it was designed just for you. Then zip it. Compliment 5. You're aging so gracefully. On the surface, it sounds lovely, polished, even poetic. But if you tilt your head ever so slightly, the cracks start to show. Because aging, gracefully or otherwise, is not a performance. It's not something we can opt into like a skincare routine or a Pilates class. It's life. It's happening. Constantly. Whether you booked the hydrofacial or not. When someone says, "You're aging so gracefully," what they often mean is, "I can tell you're getting older, but you're doing a surprisingly decent job at disguising it." And that's the problem. It's not really a compliment about you. It's a commentary on your ability to resist time. A roundabout way of saying, "You haven't fallen apart yet. Bravo." Now, of course, the intention might be kind, but the subtext carries weight, especially in a culture obsessed with youth. We live in a world where a woman over 35 is considered bold for wearing red lipstick, and over 50, if she posts a photo on Instagram, she's inspiring. Why? Because she dared to exist visibly? Let's not flatter people for surviving the natural progression of time. Let's stop treating wrinkles like they're signs of moral failure. Here's what elegant people do. They shift the focus from age to essence. Instead of, "You're aging so gracefully," say, "You seem to be getting more elegant every year." Because that's what we really mean when we admire someone who's aging beautifully. We're not impressed they've aged. We're drawn to how they've done it. With style, composure, vitality, with none of the desperation and all of the depth. And that, my dear, deserves more than a backhanded Hallmark compliment. Compliment 6. You're so down to earth, in the wrong context. Now this one's tricky, because it can be a compliment, but only when it's not, laced with surprise. When said to someone clearly polished, successful, or elegant, it can sometimes feel like, "You're fancy, but surprisingly normal. Congrats." The problem here isn't the words, it's the tone. If the compliment implies, "I expected you to be awful," and "Wow, you're tolerable," that says more about you than it does about the person you're praising. And when you think about it, why are we so surprised when refined people are kind? Being gracious doesn't lower status. It defines it. In fact, the most quietly powerful people I've met have also been the warmest. They look you in the eye, they remember your name, and they're not allergic to humility. So instead of marveling at someone's down-to-earthness like it's a plot twist, try. It's rare to meet someone so accomplished and so kind. That way, you celebrate the whole person, not just your relief that they didn't act like a diva. I used to hand out compliments like party favors, desperate to be liked, or just to fill awkward silence. But as I've learned, and sometimes painfully, the way we compliment others reveals just as much about us, about our confidence, our tact, and our ability to lift someone up without pulling ourselves down in the process. So now, I pause, I wait, and when I do compliment someone, it's intentional, thoughtful, elegant. Because let's be honest, class is never loud, and the best compliments, they're not shouted, they're whispered and remembered. If you've ever been on the receiving end of a compliment that made you wince, I'd love to hear it below. Like this video, subscribe for more, and don't forget to check my Amazon storefront for all my beauty and elegant living essentials. As always, stay classy, manners matters.